Good morning. So today I just want to continue a little bit on the 5 pranas. The 5 pranas, remember, are the 5 directions that energy moves throughout the body. So we have the downward moving prana, we have the outward moving prana, which has to do with circulation. We have the middle prana that circulates in the belly area. This helps with digestion. These are the physical levels. We have the upward moving prana that helps to keep the physical body up. Like I mentioned, there's other mental, spiritual attributions also. And then we have what's called prana, the inward moving prana. And many of us consciously or throughout our life are very aware of outward moving prana, downward moving prana, around moving prana, upward moving prana. But we're not taught that we can actually direct our attention inwardly. This is something that we have this ability. Now, the inward moving prana is the prana that automatically brings energy inside the body, inside the brain, inside the senses, inside the body. It happens automatically, but as human beings, we're capable of directing that prana internally at will. So we're not really taught basically that there's a way that we can direct our attention inwardly. And in fact, all the knowledge of the yogis and the Vedas and the sages and the ancient doctors, Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, is all coming from these beings focusing on internal prana. And it also gives us that capacity to develop what's called shakshi, which is our internal witness, where the witness can observe and see. Come on, Junes, let's go, buddy. Want to go down this way a little bit? To see within, to see the physical body, to see the emotional body, to see the mental body, emotional body, but also to see our deeper inner being, which is called the Atma, or the source of consciousness, or the soul, or the inner being, as we call it. It's the inner light that pervades the whole body, and without that, the body becomes lifeless. So at the very beginning of spiritual life, you could say, begins with our capacity to go within. And practicing this every day is very, very helpful. And in fact, it's considered to be essential for optimal health in body, mind, and spirit. So doing some kind of daily internal practice. And I keep emphasizing this, but I'm talking about the 5 pranas and how that relates. And we'll talk about the other pranas too and how it relates to our internal practices over the next few days. So prana, which is activated at the third eye, really helps us go inward, which is the point between the eyebrows. This prana, this internal moving prana, is very important to cultivate. So when we sit to practice, sometimes the mind will be very, very busy. But if we sit with a mood of observing, as opposed to just sort of buying into everything, just like we've heard, I'm not this body, I'm not this mind, I'm not these emotions, like that. So developing this witness consciousness as we look within, and if we're fortunate, and if we are persistent, we can go closer and closer to the source of our energy, which is the Atma. And this is not just great for our spiritual life, but it's actually considered to be essential for our health, physical, mental, and emotional health, because it's part of who we are. And culturally speaking, I mean, it's gotten a lot better in some ways over the years, but in some ways we can see in the world's play how everything is external. Everything is trying to fix this, fix that externally. But you could really say that until humanity starts waking up to their inner light, into their inner consciousness, into their Atma, their soul, then there really can't be peace, because it's all based on externally trying to adjust this or that. And as we know, this causes a lot of complications. When you try to fix this, oftentimes there's a reaction to that, just like a pharmaceutical drug may have an action in one direction, but it can cause a toxicity or problem in another direction. So today, just wanted to mention that. Keep at it, keep practicing, and we're going to do pretty soon a challenge, a sadhana challenge, like probably a 3-day. Come on, Jim. He wants to go play with his friend. Nope, not today, buddy. Come on, let's go. He just pulls. Let's go. This way, buddy. So yeah, so we're going to do that in a few days. And I came up with a phrase. A friend of mine and I were talking, and he said it's like a Veda wave. So Veda means knowledge, and wave is kind of this constantly, it's a wave of knowledge, it's a wave of truth. And just like in the ocean, the waves are unlimited. These waves of truth are actually unlimited. And as we go deeper, these waves become more and more profound, and we can realize these inner truths more and more. And there are ways to do that, and we're going to continue to talk about that over the next, hopefully, weeks, months, years, lifetimes. So hope everybody's having a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day here in New England. Not too hot, but beautiful sunny sky. And we're sending our love to our dear friends in Florida right now, who are just about to have a big storm. So blessings to them. And I hope everyone will have a great day today. Have a good day. Bye.